Everybody, hola a todos, ¿cómo están? ¿Están bien? Espero que estén bien. Bueno, I want to remind you about a few things about the course. First, please read the syllabus very carefully, especially the section that says how to study. There is a recommended sequence that will help you get the most out of the course. Let me remind you real quick what the sequence is about. The first thing that you have to do is read the vocabulary of the lesson that you're going to study. Let's say it's mini lesson A. Read all the vocabulary, read it carefully, take notes, memorize it, do flashcards. Whatever it is that helps you to memorize the vocabulary, do it because you need that base in order to fully follow the grammar sections. Then do the syllabus quiz, which will unlock the modules where the grammar explanations are housed. After doing the syllabus quiz, read the module with the grammar explanations. For mini lesson A, I haven't broken it down into sections, but starting with mini lesson C, I've broken it down. So for example, for mini lesson C, there's one day where you have to do C.1 and C.2, those are grammar points, and then other days C.3, C.4, and so on. So it's a little bit more broken down. But for mini lesson A, just read the whole thing. And again, read it carefully, study it, memorize it, take notes, jot down any questions that you may have, and so on. And when you have confidence, then do the practicas in assignments, tests, and surveys. Remember that everything is interrelated. Everything has the same name. So if you have studied mini lesson A, then do all the practicas as a mini lesson A. When you do C.1 and C.2, then do the practicas for C.1, C.2, and so on. Then after all of this, move on to the Dos Mundos workbook and do the exercises there. And again, mini lesson A, B, and C are called pasos A, B, C in Dos Mundos, but everything else is the same. Chapter 1, and so on. I don't recommend that you do all of this in one day, all the vocabulary, all the grammar, and all the practicas, and all the Dos Mundos activities in one day. It's impossible. Pace yourself. When an activity is due, when a lesson or a chapter or a grammar point is due, it doesn't mean that you have to do all of this that day. We have maybe 6 days for the activities in mini lesson, 4 days for the part of the activities in mini lesson A, and then a little bit more for the rest of the activities in mini lesson A on the workbook. So pace yourself in a way that helps you memorize and study. I recommend that you do a little bit every day. And remember, you're supposed to spend 15 hours a week on this class. And always circle back to what you were doing the day before, the session before you move on to the new grammar. Always review, always go back, go and spiral, circle back all the time, constantly, before moving on. Bueno, the next thing that I wanted to mention is about the book. We don't have a textbook in the class. The textbook is in Dos Mundos. That's where the vocabulary and the grammar explanations are, and the practica exercises. And the reason why I did it that way was to save you guys some money, so you would only have to buy the workbook. If at the end of the quarter you tell me, Professora, I think it's better if future students have an online textbook, let me know and I'll change it. It's actually less work for me. So just let me know if this is not working for you. But the book is on its own. It's the grammar, the vocabulary, and the practica exercises. Now, if you want to have a physical textbook, a companion textbook, and some students like to have something they can leaf through, you can buy a cheap old edition of Dos Mundos. All the exercises here are based on the 7th edition of Dos Mundos, the textbook, but if you buy the 6th or the 5th, it doesn't matter. It's really the same book with the same sequence and same vocabulary and so on. So yeah, go ahead and buy a companion textbook if you feel that that's something that you want to have. And that's something I would do because I like having a physical textbook. Since all the exercises are on etudes, all those exercises that come from the book, um, it may be, and this is the first time that I'm doing it, it may be a little glitchy. I think it was Sarah or Lisa who told me, in this exercise it said el profesora instead of la profesora. We may encounter things like that. Just let me know and I'll go and fix it as soon as possible. That shouldn't be a problem. ¿Y qué más? Just read the syllabus very carefully. You know where I am if you have any questions. Sometimes I'm in the chat room over there, sola, alone. But that's it for now. I think that's it for now. Take the time to read the syllabus and work on mini lesson A slowly. Bien, eso es todo. Una cosa. Yo soy alta y delgada. Me llamo Patricia. Tengo el pelo castaño, tengo el pelo color café, lo mismo. Y tengo los ojos color café. No, tengo los ojos negros, Bueno, clase, hasta luego, adiós.